Step 3 in the home buying process is we need to get your home inspection ordered and your appraisal ordered. So I want to go over what both of these are and why they're important to you. First off is the home inspection. This is a general home inspection where somebody's going to come out to the house and they're going to inspect everything from the foundation to the roof and everything in between. They're going to look for things that jump out at them. They're going to look at the plumbing. They're going to look at the electrical, the foundation, the roof structure. They're going to look at everything in the home. If they see anything that's out of sorts, they're going to make sure to make note of it. Typically, they'll take a photograph, and at the end of the day, they're going to provide you a report that's usually dozens and dozens and dozens of pages that are going to outline everything that they found in the home. Then it's up to you if you choose to request repairs. Traditionally, cosmetic things are things that we're not usually requesting. Again, it's all negotiable, but if we find health and safety things like outlets that are not protected against short circuiting or exposed wires or plumbing leaks, things like that, that's what we're looking for. We're going to usually request repairs on if we find issues with the heating or the air conditioning or roofs. We're going to request repairs on things like that so you know what the issues are. So health and safety things are usually what we're most looking for. We see like nail holes in the walls or a scratch on the wall, like you're going to be able to deal with some of those smaller things once you move into the home. But we do want to address some of those bigger things, and when we do, we'll talk a little bit more about it in the future, in a future step. But we can either request that they repair the issues, give us a credit for those issues, or give us a price reduction for those issues. And you could even just accept it as is, depending on the market. So we'll talk about that more as we move along in the process. But ultimately, this is done so that we can find out if there are any issues with the home. Sometimes that might come up too, that there might be something with the foundation, the heating, the air conditioning. Well, the person who's there is a general home inspector. We might need to have a foundation specialist come out and look at the foundation, or we might need a plumber to look at plumbing or an electrician to look at electrical. If there's anything that comes up on that general inspection that we're not sure on. So sometimes you have not only the initial inspection, but some follow-up, subsequent inspections to get a little bit more clarity on things and estimates on what repair costs would be. The second part of the step is that we need to get an appraisal done. And the goal of the appraisal is that we want to make sure that the home is worth at least what you're paying for it. It could always be worth more. We're not going to complain about that. But the bank wants to make sure that if you're paying $1 million for a home, that the home is worth $1 million, so that they're loaning you based on the actual market value of the home. So if we run into a scenario where it appraises at the $1 million or above $1 million, everything is good. If it happens to appraise below $1 million, and that's what we're under contract at, that can also open up another round of negotiations. So let's just say in this scenario it ends up at $950,000 and we're under contract at $1 million. We got a $50,000 spread there. So there's a few different things that can happen in this situation. One, you can say, I don't care about that the appraisal came in low. I'll cover the $50,000 difference. you can say, hey seller, it came in at $950. You need to drop your price to $950. Or what more commonly happens is we negotiate. We end up somewhere in the middle. There's no rule about what happens here. Depending on what the real estate market is looking like, that will also matter in that negotiation. This is all negotiation. At the end of the day, it's our job to help ensure that the appraisal comes in at the purchase price for you, so there's no issues. So we'll help out with some of that for the appraiser, give them some comps, let them know what we were looking at when we made our offer on the home. So hopefully that appraisal comes in at or above that value. Everything is smooth. We're moving on to the next step. That is step 3 in the home buying process.